Hungry? You better hurry. The 25th annual Taste of Buffalo only lasts through Sunday. Amherst is using these garbage totes to put a lid on their rat problem. But whether hemp shirts like this will become a wardrobe staple or a fashion flop has yet to be decided. Here at Jerry's Hardware Store in Worcester, customers say they're still dealing with last week's storm as they're out buying supplies to prepare for this weekend's predicted weather. If you want to see these kids in action, all you'll need is a first night button. After today's hearing, the Public Health Council is expected to vote on the regulations sometime in early February. The mayor promised money for a new playground, and 3 years later, he's finally delivered. If you were outside today, it only took a second to feel the cold. I spoke with people in Worcester who say they're already fed up with winter and they're dreaming of someplace warmer.
It's wicked cold, wicked cold.
14 degrees and dropping. The winter winds that whipped through downtown Worcester today did feel just wicked.
It's brutally cold. It's freezing.
It feels like it's below at least 10.
Those brave enough to face today's cold know to bundle up. They'll have to brace themselves again tomorrow as even colder weather is predicted.
Yeah, it's pretty cold, man. People better gear up. You know what I mean? It's the winter.
I'm wearing many layers.
Definitely, you got to bundle up. I don't know how people don't wear hats today, but I know I got it. I don't like the cold weather, so. And tomorrow it's supposed to be like 4. It's even tougher.
We've seen the ice and plenty of snow this winter. Now, with the blast of cold weather, many people are wishing they could escape to someplace warmer.
I'm here because I want to go to see my mom. Boy, it's terrible. I came to Florida and I want to go back.
This is tough. I'm glad I'm going back to Hawaii in like a couple weeks, so.
If you haven't booked a trip yet, don't worry. It's not too late and there are some great deals available.
Right now we have a charter with TNT that is being offered to Aruba. 7 nights in Aruba for $7.99, as low as $7.99.
Wilby also suggests booking a trip to Disney or a cruise. As for himself, he's hoping a week in Mexico will cure his winter weather blues.
I'm leaving next week for Mexico for a week. I'm going. After this ice storm that I just went through, I'm going to Mexico next week.
You deserve it, right? Now, there's another option you might want to consider. The Worcester Airport is now offering flights to Florida 3 days a week, and they'll be adding a flight to Myrtle Beach this March. Leslie?
Sign me up for Florida, Ashley. See how easy it is. Thank you, Ashley Palumbo.
Towns in Massachusetts survived the snowstorms this weekend, but many residents are still suffering from the earlier ice storm that has left some without power for the past 11 days.
For now 11 days, we have had a situation where people have not had power in town. Originally, everyone in town lost power. The good news is that the vast majority now do have power. The bad news is there's still a significant minority that do not.
I mean, we were lucky. We have a wood stove, so we got the wood stove going right away. We managed to get a good supply of wood, so we were able to keep our house warm and our pipes from freezing.
Others, like Karen Chapman, were not so lucky.
A branch of that tree came down on the chimney and the roof and put holes in the roof and took out the chimney. That's the chimney that attaches to our furnace, so even if we get power, we can't turn the furnace on.
Karen stayed in her house without power for 10 days before moving to a hotel.
We're not planning on coming back before Christmas. We have the hotel for a week, till next Sunday, till we can get the roofers up there.
There are about 320 crews working in Townsend and the surrounding areas today. Now, a rep I spoke to from Unitel says they're hoping to fully restore power to those areas by tomorrow night. However, the crews won't be leaving until the job is done. For Worcester News Tonight, I'm Ashley Palumbo. You know, Leslie, there are almost 35 million real Christmas trees sold across the U.S. every year, and Worcester's recycling program is doing its part to keep some of these trees from going to waste. Wondering what to do with your old Christmas tree? In Worcester, residents are encouraged to recycle, or rather, tree-cycle.
I think it's a good service for these people, because if they didn't have these places, they'd be all over the city.
The city has set up 3 drop-off locations that are open every day from 8:30 to 3 through January 11th. And on a Monday morning when most people are returning to work from a long vacation, the site across from Foley Stadium is plenty busy.
The weekends, like I said, is real busy here. We do like 150, 200 trees. Today we'll do maybe about 100 trees.
Trees come by the truckful to this drop-off spot on Millbury Street, and this is where the real recycling begins. Most trees will be used for compost, while others will be turned into wood chips for mulch.
They bring them in here, then we put them on a truck and we haul them up to the top of the hill, where we grind them up into beautiful smelling sawdust.
Come spring, compost piles will replace the piles of trees. The compost is then available to the public, whose help makes the program possible.
The simple thing we ask is that you obviously went out to purchase the tree and you had to go somewhere and tie it to your car or put it in your car. We ask that you do the same and simply take it to one of our yard waste drop-off sites where you can dispose of it at no cost, no charge to you. And you know that it's the environmentally correct thing to do.
Thank you.
Now, there have been some issues with illegal dumping at some of these sites, especially with leaves and branches from the recent ice storms, but the DPW wants people to know that they can only take Christmas trees right now. Doctors at UMass Memorial Medical Center are teaming up with the Worcester Police Department and Walmart for the 7th year of their Goods for Guns program. Dr. Michael Hirsch started it 6 years ago, offering gift cards in exchange for unwanted weapons.
2/3 of the weapons are the real ones that we want to get off the street, the handguns or semi-automatic handguns that are really the most common cause for interpersonal violence.
$80,000 in gift cards have been handed out, while 1,500 guns have been taken off the streets. Dr. Timothy Emhoff says it's worth it. It costs roughly $20,000 to care for one gunshot victim, and if they've saved 4 lives in the last 6 years, the program has more than paid for itself.
I think this is money very, very much well spent, and anything we can do to reduce the violence and reduce the injury goes a long way to saving healthcare dollars.
Weapons should be unloaded and brought in a bag. If you're unsure how to safely unload or transport a weapon, the police are here to help.
And we always urge those folks to please call us, because we'll certainly come to that location and we'll make the weapons safe.
People looking to trade their guns for gift cards will have 2 chances this month. The first gun buyback is this Saturday at the Department of Public Health. The second will be here at Worcester Police Headquarters on December 20th. For Worcester News Tonight, I'm Ashley Palumbo.